How did you derive to a purpose building Stard around it?
Stard is everything that I've learned, everything that I value, and everything that I hope that changes in India. I'm trying to sell India to you. I'm trying to sell our cultural identity to you.
What drew you towards them personally?
I'm somebody who is a master of none and jack of all trades. The Naz I have is on like the pride of India, which is our soft power. It was very intentional. All the colors I'm picking are very intentional. कोई मेरी brand को देख के ये बोल सकता है इसका क्या मतलब है, and I can tell them.
What exactly equestrian is?
Anything that revolves horses. Equestrian community, they are the ones who are taking care of horses. That when I looked into the equestrian history of India, it had so much that people still don't know about, so much from our Rig Vedas.
She paints with fabric, sculpts with silhouettes, and tells story with saddles and soundtracks. In a world where fast fashion dominates, she slows us down to feel, hear, and honor the tradition. My guest today is Sanskriti Trilang, the visionary behind Stard, India's first equestrian-inspired luxury brand run by a women entrepreneur. But this just isn't a fashion label. Stard is a full sensory universe, born from the soul of Indian heritage and galloping into the future with a purpose. We'll talk about everything from designing menswear through a women's lens to composing original Indian music for fashion drops. So this one just is not a conversation that we are going to have, it's an experience that we're going to live. So let's dive into right away. Welcome, Sanskriti.
Thank you so much, Ankeshji, for having me. It is such an honor to start my telling my stories journey with you, and I'm so blessed to be here. Thank you.
So start करते हैं पहले सवाल से. और when I was looking at your profile, this word popped up too many times, and even in fact we called up and we spoke about it, what exactly equestrian is. Yeah. So for my audience, can we start with that first question? What exactly equestrian is?
Sure. So equestrian is anything to do with horse riding and anything to do with anything that revolves horses. Equestrian community, they are the ones who are taking care of horses. They're the ones who are riding them. They are competing on them. So equestrian is a word that for audience might be new, but it has been a word for a very long time.
And how did you derive to a purpose building Stard around it?
So my whole vision behind Stard actually started for my love for animals. I've grown up with animals, especially stray animals. I've adopted them. I've grown up with them. I have a cat right now. So horses and animals were the first spark for me that basically started the whole journey for me. And when I was in Texas, I was studying fashion merchandising there, and I had few people around me who either owned horses or rode regularly, and that is how I was around horses so much, and that's such a defining experience of my college experience. And that is how the idea of Stard came to place. When I came back to India, I started horse riding myself. I'm not great at it, but I'm still learning. But that developed something in me that I wanted to make a brand around this concept, around equestrian heritage of India. And I am a history buff myself. I love learning about history, especially Indian history, because it's so rich and it's so vast and so elaborative, that when I looked into the equestrian history of India, it had so much that people still don't know about, so much from our Rig Vedas, so much from when the Mughals came, how they introduced horses, how the British introduced horses. So all of that was very fascinating for me. So I wanted to make a brand that also honors that history of India while making high quality stuff for riders as well as people who love the equestrian lifestyle.
Sanskriti, आपने बहुत सारी चीजें बता दी हैं. When I was looking at your profile, and I think I was also looking at the website where the entire purpose of building an equestrian luxury brand stated. It has a lot many things. You're a dancer, you're a Kathak dancer, if I'm correct.
Yes.
You're kind of a history buff. You've studied in US for fashion and this whole जो इंडिया की कल्चरल जर्नी है, and when we look at it and connecting every single dot, if I really have to visualize say कि आपको हिस्ट्री में पता है कैसे एवोल्यूशंस हुए, फिर आप फैशन इंडस्ट्री में गई, and then you started building something which if you look at it, it seems like, it's for somebody who's like very royal,
Right.
right? And you're designing it for a common man. It's not for everybody or anybody, but it's for a specific men, जो उनको use कर सकते हैं. I mean, I can easily see the color combination that you have chosen. So मुझे थोड़ा सा ये समझना है, considering your personal roots, आप अलग-अलग जगह पे रहे, अलग-अलग जगह की आपने पढ़ाई करी. How did you started planting that seed to start with, and how this whole journey started?
So मेरे लिए ये था कि जितना भी मैंने अभी तक सीखा है, I wanted to put everything in start. I am somebody who is a master of none and jack of all trades. That's how I see myself, that I do a lot of different things. I'm not a master at all of them, but I enjoy a lot of different things. And I wanted a medium to basically put everything that I've learned, everything I may be good at, in one place. And no better way to like start a brand around it. So mera jo plant seed, to answer your question, that started very young. When I started Kathak, that's when my love for Indian heritage and culture began. कथक में एक चीज होती है नाज. नाज मीन्स प्राइड, लाइक साइलेंट और क्वाइट प्राइड इन वेयर यू कम फ्रॉम एंड व्हाट योर लाइक वेयर यू बिलोंग. Another term in Kathak is Gat Nikas, where like it's all about like how you move, like the movement of maybe horses, movement of peacocks and animals, people. तो ये दो चीजें मेरे लिए बहुत ज्यादा important थी, that how I move with grace and किस चीज पे मेरे को नाज है. The नाज I have is on like the pride of India, which is our soft power, which is one, like our history, our culture, our heritage. So the seed was planted then, when I knew that I didn't just want to make a brand that just sells products. I wanted to sell identity, and the identity is India. And it's not just India that like is shown on social media, जो लोगों को पता है. It's something that a lot of people don't know about or not talk about much, because somewhere it's like in modern consciousness, it's kind of like fading away. Especially the equestrian history, it's so rich, people don't know about it. तो वो वहीं से शुरू हुआ था. Then I grew up in a home where Hindustani classical music, my mom's a musician, my grandmother's a musician, my nana was a poet. He was a poet around the British time. He used to write revolutionary poems to get rid of them, basically. So वहाँ से मेरा, I think it's kind of in my genes as well, where we kind of like feel like that we should embrace this and also be the ones who protect that part of our Indian culture. तो वहाँ से मेरा वो शुरुआत हुआ था. And then I got into sports very young. I started playing cricket when I was in the 2nd grade. Cricket के बाद फिर basketball हुआ. Basketball थोड़े टाइम खेला मैंने. उसके बाद I went to US. वहाँ पे basketball, I redid basketball, but I was also a sports broadcaster there. So I learned a lot about the ropes of how the sports industry works, how like the games are produced, graphics कैसे बनाते हैं, वो सब मैंने US में सीखा when I was a part of the collegiate level broadcasting team. So basically, START is everything that I've learned, everything that I value, and everything that I hope that changes in India, basically.
So as a entrepreneur, एक जो बहुत अहम सवाल मैं जनरली लोगों से पूछता भी हूँ, जब वो अपना ब्रांड डिजाइन कर रहे होते हैं, they have so many things which is going around, branding specifically. The colors look very royal, and when it is being designed in such a way, what comes to your mind, when you were actually designing कि मुझे यही color use करना है?
So maroon has a very symbolic meaning in our culture. Maroon is the color of the lehenga that a woman wears when she becomes a bride. Sindoor ka color bhi maroon hota hai. Red bhi kehte hain, but maroon is also in army there is this ceremony that is called marooning, when I think they go through like rigorous training, and after that they are it's like a rite of passage, and that is called marooning. So marooning has a lot of symbol in India. It has a lot of like depth and a lot of meaning in India, and that is why I wanted to choose a color that basically equals to is India. Like it is a color that defines who we are as people. We are very colorful, we are bright, we are also subtle, but at the same time we enjoy luxury and we enjoy things that are bright and appealing.
Basically आप culture को connect कर रहे थे colors के साथ, okay. और जो ये जो animal love है, and specifically I've seen your post around LinkedIn
Yeah.
that you've been mostly around polo matches and horses. तो आपने कलर को कल्चर से जोड़ा
जी.
और कहीं ना कहीं आपने ये भी कहा कि यूर एन एनिमल लवर, और आपके मैं वो लोगों में भी देख रहा हूँ कि यू हैव द हॉर्स फेस देयर and looks like you're very fond of horses, because I saw your post on LinkedIn that you've been or around polo games and then being a sports commentator.
No, a broadcaster.
Broadcaster.
So, I was, like,
so you were
doing-
broadcasting the
yeah.
sport. So you have some feelings towards sports. So again, jack of all trades.
Yes.
What drew you towards them personally, specifically this particular sports?
So, a lot of people don't know that polo was originally from India. It's the game of the royals. It was played in. It originated in Manipur, and it was called Sagol Kanjai first. And then the British came. The Mughals first were interested in the game, and then the British came and they kind of like westernized it or Englishised it. I don't know if that's even a word, but the game has a very like royal past of it to it. It's also a game that like kings used to play, and they still do. It's like a game that the elite society. It's actually like just associated with them, but they themselves are trying to change that. They themselves are trying to like make it more public and make it more accessible to the audience, because this is a game that we as Indians take pride in. And as far as like horses are concerned. Horses have been part of our history for the longest time. I was reading it somewhere that somebody, I think his name is Ajay Singh, and he said that India's history would have looked very, very different if horses were not a part of it. We would have still, because they actually carried the battlefield. They were the ones who were rigorous. They were the ones who were resilient, and there is this like one thing that is said about Chetak and Marwadi horses that. If the only time they backed down or they backed down was when either they were perished, the king was perished, or the king asked the horse to like move back. Those were the only 3 times they backed down. So that is also like part of our history that like not a lot of people know about, how Marwadi horses have roots in India. They are the horses that belong in India, and they are known as India's pride. So to answer your question. How I totally
drew
forgot
towards horses. Because when I see the colors, when I see the connection, it's more of very, you're looking at a very royal kind of audience. But it doesn't sound like that, because this could be anybody. Could be me, could be rider, could be anybody.
Of course.
And when it comes to horses, they have been part of our history as well.
Yeah.
ठीक है, वो वहाँ से चाहे युद्ध में लड़े हों, चाहे वॉर में रहे हों, चाहे वो पोलो में रहे हों, 2 जानवर जिनको हम स्पेसिफिकली जानते हैं, एनिमल्स हु हैव बीन पार्ट ऑफ आवर हिस्ट्री वाज द एलिफेंट
and the horses.
Yes.
आपने बहुत सही कहा.
तो आप एलिफेंट्स को आपने क्यों नहीं चूज किया?
Elephants, I think they are not companions of humans in that sense. They were, of course, हम लोगों ने use किया है, और मैं अभी भी like बहुत ज़्यादा खिलाफ हूँ animals को use करने में for anything other than like them being like in control of how they move. पर horses मैंने इसलिए use किए because they have been part of our sports as well. Not just battlefield, but they have been part of our sports. They have been part of. They're also very symbolic in India. Like you must have seen कि लोग अपने घरों में लगाते हैं चलते हुए 7 घोड़ों की pictures, and for them it brings them prosperity.
सब कुछ ही होता है वो.
Yeah.
That shoe. Horseshoe.
Yeah, horseshoe is also like part of like it's considered to be like good luck. It's
and
a good
horses
luck
are considered with energetic souls as well.
Yeah, they're graceful. They're everything. Like they're graceful. They are masculine yet feminine. They are. उनकी power is something that even like car companies use. कि horse power इतना होना चाहिए. I think they are very strong animals. They are very misunderstood animals as well, and they are ones that do need some sort of like reverence, especially in India.
बहुत कम एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ऐसे हैं जो एक स्टोरी टेलिंग को एक प्रॉपर स्टोरी टेलिंग की तरह दिखाते हैं. So I mean the journey that we are seeing, I mean the scripts that I've seen, the posts that I've seen, there is a lens of a designer and a storyteller.
Yes.
So you come from a background which has arts in it, it has a travel in it, it has कथक इन इट. तो ये जो आपके अर्ली एक्सपीरियंसेस है, ये आपको कैसे शेप करते हैं कि यू बिकम, आई मीन, आई सॉ योर स्टोरीज, यू नो, इट ऑलवेज हैज सम मीनिंग टू इट. हाउ डू यू रिलेट ऑल दीज थिंग्स टुगेदर?
Yeah. I think before anything else, I'm a storyteller. I think my bachpan se I've been the person who's written stories, who's written poems, painted. मेरे को लगता है कि for me, as a person, the core of who I am is a storyteller. Maybe I won't be able to tell a friend that, oh, I love you, or I won't be able to tell somebody, write like big posts for them. I'm not that kind of a storyteller, but they know. They know that I love them. But what I am is somebody who can express herself in forms of writing, in forms of art, in forms of performing art. That's just been my core ever since I was like little girl. Bachpan se music was something which was just around me. I never learned from my mom. I learned a little bit, but not. I wouldn't train with her. But it has been part of my life. It's just something that was always there. तो हमारे म्यूजिक में ही इतनी स्टोरी टेलिंग है.
मैं देख रहा हूँ आपके जो पोस्ट होते हैं ना, उनमें काफी वैल्यू होती है. यू नो, एवरीथिंग इज वेरी इंटर रिलेटेड. व्हेन आई सॉ द ब्रांड इटसेल्फ, व्हेन आई सॉ द वेबसाइट, हर चीज में कुछ ना कुछ, you know, when you look at certain things and if it gives you a vibe, then you're actually connecting with it. That's exactly what I found in Start. Okay. Whether it is your post, whether it is your brand in itself, whether it was colors. So I think when you were building Start, you had every check box tick that आपको ये चीजें चाहिए.
Yes, it was very intentional. Yeah, it was very intentional. All the colors I'm picking are very intentional. कोई मेरी brand को देख के ये बोल सकता है इसका क्या मतलब, and I can tell them कि this has a meaning behind it. I know what I was doing, what I was thinking when I was creating this. So that is very important to me because as a person as well, I want to know the why of everything. There is a TED talk. I don't remember the name. I think his name was Simon. He is some CEO, but उनका जो TED talk है वो मेरे को काफी, it's actually one of the most popular ones, and he says that always ask the why of everything. That why did you start this? Why is this? Like, why do you pick this color? Why? So the why is very important. Whatever you're trying to do in life, if somebody's trying to start a brand, start with that why. That why do you want to build this? Why are you trying to do this? Why did you choose these colors? And why horses? So these questions, I think I'm able to like answer them better because I know the why of what my brand is.
तो एक और why आता है, why people should buy these.
Why people should buy this? Because once again, like, this is a brand that has a lot of storytelling. Like, firstly, like, it has storytelling behind it. It is also coming from a lens that this is India's soft power. We should talk about it. We should make this brand a global brand because people, like, one, India is very misunderstood as a country because we don't like leverage on our soft skills and soft power. And one of the soft power is our equestrian history because it has taken us to where we are right now. It has helped us like overcome battles. It has helped with our art, our music. There's so many songs, so many, like in Rigveda, like horses are mentioned. Horses are part of like Kathak as well, where we talk about the gati, like horses gati, like how a mare moves. It's like they're part of our architecture. Like South India, where so many temples have horses, like big horses, like royal horses around them. So yeah, like I think this is like something that people should connect with, and I hope they connect with it. That this is not just trying to be a brand; it's trying to basically put India on the map. That this is what we're capable of. We are not some place that you can have like affordable labor from. We should be known for our craftsmanship, and we have amazing craftsmanship and artisans who have done like hand stuff. Like we don't like pehle zamane se we've never been using. We were not the country that used like machinery on our own textiles and our own prints was started by somebody else. Like for example, एक chintz करके एक embroidery है जो India से आती है. The British took it. It was actually banned in Britain in 1700s. क्योंकि हम लोगों ने वो हाथ से करा था and उन्होंने मशीन से कॉपी करने की कोशिश करी थी. So that is what our power is. We have very skilled artisans in India who are so exceptionally talented. It's time that we give them their dues.
And Sanskriti, आपने कहा कि I hope कि people are connecting to this. Mm-hmm. Are you doing anything as a brand so that people can connect with it?
Yeah, so for me, I think storytelling is one thing, but education is also very important. What I'm trying to do with this brand is educate people on different horses that we had in India. Our equestrian history that started with Uchay Shravas, who was known as the Samudra Manthan एक हुआ था जिसमें Asur and Dev, they were churning an ocean. उसका आई थिंक दही बनाने के लिए, दैट्स द होल स्टोरी बिहाइंड इट. बट उसमें से बहुत सारी चीजें निकली थी, एंड वन ऑफ देम वर उच्छेश्रवस. इट वाज अ 7-headed horse, and he was known for his agility, his strength, and उस इंद्र को इतना पसंद आ गया था वो हॉर्स कि उन्होंने उसको अपना खुद का हॉर्स बना दिया था. तो इट स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम देयर, एंड अ लॉट ऑफ आवर लिटरेचर tells that most of the horses that are from India, indigenous to India, came from Uच्छeshravas lineage. Usme zyada, there's like more symbol there than actual history, but that's where it started, where like horses have been part of that narrative for a really long time.
When I was looking at your profile, there's one more thing which I remember. You mentioned this, in fact, even in the intro I did mention that, it's more of a sensory experience.
Right.
थोड़ा सा उसके ऊपर लाइट डालेंगे आप?
जी बिल्कुल. तो I'll ask you a question. अगर आपको एक brand, not just a brand, when we look at music itself, we would rather listen to a music that has a very good graphic, like उनका visual काफी अच्छा है, उनके लिरिक्स काफ़ी अच्छे हैं, समथिंग दैट मेक्स अस फील मोर देन जस्ट वन थिंग. हमारे ह्यूमंस हैव 5 senses. It's touch, there's taste, there's vision, there's hearing, and these are the 5 senses we have. If you can basically target all 5 senses, or as many senses as you can, that experience is much better than something that is only like product based or like just one toned. So for me, like music is a big part of my life, and I also understand how like each state of India has exceptional music, and kuch instruments, so like people don't even use those instruments anymore. For example, Kashmir ka music I'm making for my Kashmir collection, and I'm using this instrument called rabab. एंड रबाब पाश्तूनों का इंस्ट्रूमेंट है, पर ज़्यादातर लोग जानते भी नहीं है कि स्ट्रिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट है एक कश्मीर से आता है.
The one for the soul of singer?
Yes, that one. तो वो मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज अगर आप एक रेस्टोरेंट भी जाओ, इफ़ यू गो फॉर फाइन डाइनिंग, यू फर्स्ट ईट विद योर आइज. आप अपने सबसे पहले एक अपना सेंस यूज करते हैं, फिर आप दूसरे सेंस पे जाते हैं, एंड दैट इज एन एक्सपीरियंस ऑन इट्स ओन.
स्मेल, आइज देखना. हाँ.
सो आई वांटेड स्टार्ट टू बी समथिंग व्हिच इज अ कल्चरल यूनिवर्स, एंड इट्स मोर देन मी selling you a product. I am trying to sell India to you. I'm trying to sell our cultural identity to you, and that is why I wanted to make original music that belongs to just art, that I can I educate people on the different instruments, different type of tunes, and different type of like folk music that each state has, but also like create that experience for you where you are buying something but you're also feeling something.
I think when I saw the ad, when I saw the brand, मुझे वो experience मिला था. And as I mentioned, the colors makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But whenever I see this bag on your website, or शायद the way I connect my dots is कि आप पोलो ग्राउंड पे हैं, बहुत सारे horses हैं, there's a match going on, there's a royalty which we can see, and then the colors are also popping inside it. तो जब आप वो पीछे अपना brand का logo भी flash करते हो during the conversation, it does resonate that there's something related to it. Yeah. So I think you're making a good move towards making it more of an experience, which I really wanted to hear from your own words, कि आप उसको एक sensory experience कैसे बना रहे हो. And of course, with colors, जो पहले आंखें देखती हैं उसको महसूस करती हैं, फिर वो बाकी चीज सेंसेस में अब्जॉर्ब होती हैं. इट डज मेक अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस. इवन आई बिलीव कि कलर्स, चूजिंग अ कलर फॉर योर ब्रांड्स definitely makes a hell lot of a difference.
And colors, the way humans connect to colors, it's very fascinating, because अगर आप किसी को blue पहने हो देखें, I've always been somebody who believes in color psychology. Like colors have a huge impact on how you can feel, how it can make you feel. That's why blue is associated with confidence. So a lot of people wear blue shirts when they go for interviews. A lot of people say that red is very romantic, so wear red on your dates.
No, I've seen a lot of reels saying कि Monday को क्या पहनना है, Tuesday को क्या पहनना है.
Yeah.
Sometimes I follow कि अगर मुझे आज बहुत ज्यादा लक चाहिए तो आज मैं Wednesday green पहनूंगा.
Yeah.
And then I realize कि उस दिन कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. So,
but that's how the brain associates color.
Exactly. Yeah. But when it comes to brand and their colors, I am very, very much clear कि हमें क्या colors use करने हैं और वो colors क्या determine करते हैं. If my brand is not speaking, then I'm actually failing. And in your case, I think that sensory experience is wonderfully working because, again, as I said, I am looking at from my own eyes. I'm not sure how people would, relate to it. But अगर मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है तो मुझे लगता है कि
बाकियों को भी अच्छा लग सकता है.
हाँ, मतलब हम एक ही तो हैं, मतलब हम अलग तो हैं नहीं कि मेरा एक्सपीरियंस आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड होगा और उसका एक्सपीरियंस कुछ और होगा. वील स्टिल हैव प्लस माइनस हियर एंड देयर, बट मोस्टली पीपल वुड स्टिल कनेक्ट टू इट. आई रिमेंबर यू आल्सो आर एसोसिएटेड विद चिल्ड्रन इन द कम्युनिटी पार्ट, क्योंकि आपकी एक पोस्ट थी जिसमें आप बच्चों के साथ थे. एंड आल्सो यू मेंशन ड्यूरिंग अ कन्वर्सेशन कि वो एक घोड़े की इमेज कुछ बन के आई थी.
जी, I would love to talk about that. Yeah, so this was right before I actually became a gifting partner for one of the polo events that happened this year. So I believe that education starts with children. Always कि अगर बच्चों को पता है the next generation is fine. And I wanted to do something where I am teaching them about Indian equestrian history, and we are also having like an art session. So I collaborated with this NGO called Siddharth Memorial Trust, and they are based in Noida. So what we did was we had an amazing session where we just painted like some paintings of horses. But before that, we had a session where we were talking about horses of India, or like equestrian culture of India. A lot of these kids didn't even know कि polo India से it's a sport from India. People didn't know that tent pegging was popularized in India. Like, of course, it's not an Indian sport. I think Central Asia में it started, but popularity जो cavalry से related है, where they use it for their leisure, but also like for training. The tent pegging जहाँ पे वो peg उठाते हैं sword से. That's also, that has like Indian roots in it. They didn't know कि India में ही इतनी सारी breeds है other than Marwadi and Kathiawadi. There's Spiti, there's Zanaskari, there's so many breeds that people don't know about. Of course, a lot of them have been, it's a crossbreed, but तब भी people, like kids don't know about it. So it was a very fun session. They learned
not just
a lot.
Kids. I mean, a lot of people would not know about it.
Yeah.
Unless until you actually, we have dogs in our houses, we have cats in our houses, so we know a little bit of here and there.
Yeah.
एक horse को afford करना, it's not an easy thing.
No, so that's true. Horses का take care करना, उनका मतलब जो polo ponies होती हैं, वो they start at 50 lakhs. So बहुत expensive है. But जब मैंने उन बच्चों से बात करी, उन्होंने देखा है horse. It's not foreign to them. It's not an alien species for them. They have seen it in celebrations. They have always been part of our rites of passage, especially for grooms. उनके लिए वो घोड़ी पे आते हैं. तो they've been a part of our culture for a really long time. There's another very like rich custom that happens in Rajasthan. It's called Nachti, where Marwadi horses they dance, and that's something that
I remember. I've seen the videos.
Yeah, Nachti, and वो भी एक हमारा cultural segment है that people don't know about. So we had that conversation, the kids and I, and they learned so much. They were able to like put all of that information on the piece of paper. So the whole thing that we did was कि हम लोगों ने बात करी horses के बारे में, उनको क्या पता है, what are the 3 words they associate horse with. A lot of people said grace, strength, Indian culture. That's a word that came from them. I didn't even have to tell them कि ये India का culture है. They just know because it's been a part of our surrounding. It's been a part of our environment, where horses are not foreign to us. They belong in the fabric of India ever since time. So that session was amazing. जो उन्होंने drawing बनाई, that was part of my gifting, where one of the boys, he's an exceptional artist, and he also works in that NGO, and he made a drawing of Chetak. So that was part of my whole gifting, the whole assortment that I gave for gifting for that polo event. And such an amazing experience, and I would love to do it again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, grooming the kids to a level where you're actually building a brand around horses, and I think amazing experience. I can still, feel that kind of a vibe. And these are inquisitive kids. उनको कुछ ना कुछ नया जानने की इच्छा हमेशा रहती है.
And talented, very talented. I feel like the most talent comes from places where it's very fresh. It still hasn't seen, I guess still hasn't matured. Like वो जो talent होता है, that raw talent, those kids have that. जिसमें उन्होंने ज़्यादा सीखा नहीं है आर्ट, बट देयर आर्ट वर्क, इफ आई शो यू द आर्ट वर्क, you can like use that for the podcast as well, but that artwork is amazing. You can't really tell कि इन बच्चों ने कुछ like drawing सीखी नहीं,
हाँ,
इससे
वो
पहले
मैंने
करी
आर्टवर्क
नहीं है.
एक्चुअली देखा था. इनफैक्ट
Yeah.
we'll definitely use it. That's a very amazing piece of work.
Exceptional.
So I'll definitely ask you to share it with me.
Yeah.
एक चीज जो मुझे अभी just ध्यान आई, you've been through so many things, art, fashion, horses. एंड यू स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन कि ये आइडिया कहाँ से आया. बट एक फीमेल एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए, जो कि हमने पहले भी कहा कि द फर्स्ट इक्वेस्टेरियन ब्रांड, लग्जरी ब्रांड बाय अ वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर, व्हाई you think that you can become the female gaze in a menswear, and you started all these things?
Yeah, sure. So the idea is not to challenge masculinity. The idea is to it's admiration, because I've always been interested in men's fashion. I think there is so much scope there, and what I have seen, and this is just like observation. This is I'm not generalizing, but this is just my observation, that when men shop, they shop for functionality, and when women shop, it comes from a very like emotional. It's very hedonic when we shop. Like if I'm not having a good day, I would go and shop. And maybe that's just me, and that's how I function, because I've studied fashion and I love fashion and love being around clothes. But functionality is very important for men, and that is what I'm trying to target, where it's functional, very functional clothing, something that you can pass on to your next generation as well. I want it to be an heirloom. Actually, Loro Piana is a brand that actually does something like that, where what they make is not for weekend. It's a Monday to Monday clothing, something that you can wear every day, something that feels great, and something that will last you 20, 30, 40 years. And that is why I wanted to like tap into men's industry, because one, I'm very interested in it. I love men's clothing, and there is so much scope, especially in Indian men's clothing, Nehru jackets to Jodhpuri trousers, things that have been borrowed from India by the Western fashion world. कोल्हापुरी के स्कैंडल के बारे में आपको
I saw the post कि वो वहाँ पे किया था.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the
Prada did
Prada
that.
में किया था, right, exactly.
And उन्होंने वही जो something that we have been isolating for so long, they took it and they made it their own. And there has been so many of these I guess examples where this has been done. So I wanted to do something like Jodhpuri trousers have a Western basically like gaze at this point. Like people love it in the West, where in I think 1800s में जब जोधपुरी trousers जोधपुर की पोलो टीम ने जब वहाँ पे जाके इंग्लैंड में जाके पहने थे, तो they were very intrigued कि ये क्या है, हमें भी ट्राई करना है, and it was very functional, and that's why they picked it up. Ki something which is very functional. So I think men's fashion has a lot of functionality in it, something they don't want to throw away, something they want to keep wearing till it like is worn down and फट गया है, तब तक पहनना होता है. And I think that is also a core value of Stard, something that you can keep with you for the longest time, something that doesn't tarnish easily. And
something which gives you more confidence when you're wearing it.
Exactly. And it's going to be like very subtle clothing, but amazing texture, something that you can feel. It switches on one of your sensories, which is touch. And we already have covered the music part of it, the visual part of it. But touch and feeling of the textile is also very important to me.
No doubt about it. You have picked up every single attribute within your business organization. So we understood how this whole, life of Stard evolved and वो आगे कैसे जा रही है. Let's talk about, आपने बोला कि the men fashion has a functionality to it. ठीक है, there's certain design that goes under the play. ऐसा नहीं कि आप normal pants और shirt बना रहे हो, आप accessories भी बना रहे हो. And I just saw one of the accessories which is like it's a horseshoe, but you can plug any key into it, anything into it. That's totally a different design mechanics altogether. कि आप कैसे उसको आजकल वो क्या चल रहा है, Labubu dolls, right? So when I see a lot of females wherever I travel, उनके बैग में कुछ ना कुछ लगा रहता है. And male don't have such kind of stuff other than just the business card अगर वो लटकाना चाहे तो. But this is like amazing. Where this idea came from? How did you make it to the life?
So charms is something which is in trend right now. Not just women. I think like a lot of like brands, especially Hermes and Prada, they are making, and many other brands as well. I just can't think of their name, but they are making charms for both men and women. And charms is something you can just to elevate your bag. I can put that charm on this bag and it'll be elevated. But this is not just a charm. I wanted all my pieces. This piece, be it like the saddle bag, be it the wallet or anything, I want it to be multifunctional, something that you can use and reuse and like in different ways. So the charm that you're talking about, it's also a keychain. Like you can put it on your bag, but you can also make a keychain out of it. And something that people just don't get bored with. That's the idea is that something that you can use for a really long time because it has fine craftsmanship and also is very functional.
But this is just one piece of it.
Yeah.
Do you have other charms or other things that you're designing?
Yeah, they're in sampling. So I wanted to start with something which is very neutral because I'm getting both like the men are also liking it, the women are also liking it. I actually like gave it to like few of my friends and they loved it. All the girls loved it, but some of the influencers that saw it online, some of the riders that saw it online, they also loved it. So this is very unisex, and I love that about it.
Well, I think what I loved about the fact is that you're using a horseshoe design to make a charm.
Yeah.
Or horseshoe is generally associated with good luck.
Good luck, yes.
So you started with that, so everybody's
Yes.
kind of liking it.
Yes.
Which means that you're not just a creative director, but also a business, head. How do you balance both of these roles together?
It has to do with my my own identity. I'm just somebody who likes doing different things at once. I think it just keeps my brain busy, and I love being busy. That's the whole reason behind me being able to balance these two things. The company I'm working with, it's called Seam So Easy, and we have clients in the US where we help them with building their brands, and that's how everything started for me. I learned how the back end of everything works, especially the factory setup. I'm the one who personally visits the factories to make sure that कुछ unethical नहीं हो रहा है वहाँ पे, चीज़ें कैसे बन रही है, leather industry कैसे काम करती है, clothing industry कैसे काम करती है, who are the people behind the products that they make. So that had a lot to do with just my journey as a creative director, that I was able to like just put all that information and all that knowledge into my brand. So that is very important for me कि मैं अभी भी वो creative director रहूं, क्योंकि जो भी मेरे को वहाँ सीखने को मिल रहा है, maybe from other people's mistakes, maybe from other people, how they are doing their brand, how their marketing is working, and putting that information in whatever I'm building with Stard.
Okay. And considering that you're actually bringing up a new revolution altogether within the lifestyle of a menswear, it's been almost like 7 to 8 months.
Yes.
And what I understood that, those emerging ideas, those aesthetics, those, things which are coming with Stard is revolutionizing the way people see the brand or see the menswear lifestyle altogether, the fashion. What is that you will be bringing in the forthcoming time, which would, again, be a cherry on a cake?
So a lot of this could be like a little off topic, but a lot of my business sense comes from two books that I've read. One is Arthashastra by Radhakrishnan sir, Dr. Radhakrishnan, and the other one is Chanakya Niti. I think those two books have taught me so much about business, especially doing business in India, than any other like maybe practical information could have taught me. One thing that they say is that nobody's special. One very important lesson that you learn from Arthashastra is nobody's special, but you can become special. I'm just somebody who's never special. I'm not born in a business family. All of us are musicians. My mom's a musician. Like my maternal side of the family was musician, and my dad was in media. So business was not something that was handed down to me. It was something that I had to navigate on my own, especially doing business in India. It's different than maybe doing business with like US clients. People really react to senses. Like if you are sensible, if you have a good story to tell, and if you are just somebody who is worth buying products from or buying any like services from, I think you can do like really well in India. So what is next for Start for me is of course, like I've gotten into the equestrian world, but I am also interested in chess. I would want to make like chess pieces, like home decor chess pieces, or I'm actually a collector of chess boards.
So whenever you start, consider me your first customer.
Okay.
I
That would
really
be
wanted
amazing.
to find a good, though it's already there, but now I can see one of the entrepreneurs is actually working towards making one. I'm ready to buy one.
Oh yeah, so chess pieces is something like I have friends from the US and like a lot of people who, if they come to India, they're always looking for like good like Indian chess boards, जिसमें राजा होगा, रानी होगी.
और वो थोड़ा सा एस्थेटिक ही नहीं बल्कि
Yes.
बहुत इट गिव्स यू द कल्चर दैट वाज इनिशियली देयर.
Yeah.
वो प्लास्टिक वाला हिसाब किताब नहीं कि एक हाथी है और एक घोड़ा है और एक ऊंट है.
या मार्बल पे
Exactly.
मार्बल पे बना हो और दैट वुडन बोर्ड्स जो टीक वुड होता है उससे बना हो. तो दैट इज समथिंग आई एम वेरी इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट बिकॉज आई माई सेल्फ आई प्ले चेस. आई एम नॉट वेरी गुड एट इट अगेन, बट दैट्स जस्ट समथिंग दैट I think that was the first sport I was introduced to by my grandfather, where we used to like play chess every day after school and whenever I would visit them. So chess, yes, is also a very big part of me, and it is a very good teacher, chess, because it
course.
teaches you, and it's also like mentioned in Chanakya Niti, that it teaches you when a pawn is just a pawn. It is not special at all, but it can become special by going to the other side and becoming another piece. So that is something that you can like take lesson from कि आप कहीं भी हो, आप आगे बढ़ सकते हो, आप कुछ और बन सकते हो, just by hard work, just by like being dedicated, being true to yourself, and then you become whatever you manifest for yourself.
So I admire this chessboard very much. I remember when we used to play it in our younger ages. अगला कदम क्या है,
Right.
आप वहीं बैठे सोच रहे होते हो और
Yeah.
फिर आप उसको अपनी लाइफ में रिलेट कर रहे होते हो कि अब मुझे क्या करना है. सो आई थिंक द पीपल हु प्ले चेस दे आर लाइक
Yes.
born intelligent.
Yeah.
अगर आपको born intelligent नहीं भी आप हो और आपको intelligent बनना है तो I think you should play
You
chess.
should definitely you should learn just the basics of chess, because उससे आप दूसरे वाले के 10 कदम और सोच सकते हो कि ये क्या
Exactly.
करेगा, फिर मैं क्या करूँ, फिर इसका
पर
क्या
जब आप
होगा.
बनाना ना तो आप उसमें वो थोड़ा सा ह्यूमन एलिमेंट रखना, वो राजा दिखना चाहिए ना
जी,
कि जस्ट अ
बिल्कुल.
चेस पीस.
That's the whole vision. कि it should have a
The
very
pawn should be holding that,
it should be
arm in-
shatranj.
हाँ,
Yeah,
shatranj, exactly.
And that is also another sport that was born in India.
Yeah. But thank you so much for taking time out and talking about Start so well. There's so many things that I can actually relate to with the color, with the brand, with the, the feelings that you're bringing onto the board. It is just not about the sensory experience anymore for me now. It's more closer to the fact that if I am able to relate to your brand, then I'm more closer to being a customer or just, associated with it in a more personal way. So I think you're doing a great job and best of luck for that, Sanskriti. And I'm sure people would get associated to because you've been doing a lot more than I can actually visualize and what I see through the post. So, of course, congratulations for standing such a
Thank
brand. And, I wish you all the luck.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This was so much fun, and you made me so comfortable, and the vibe of the whole studio is so professional and so nice. So I am looking forward to maybe collaborating in the future as well. But
Of course.
Collaborative Canvas is doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
Bringing those stories in front that maybe need that platform, and you are doing that. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It's an amazing experience hearing people like you who, have a different vision altogether, and such brands always admired me. So thank you for making this. And for the audience, from the bond between human and horse to the power of Rebab echoing through a stat track, Sanskriti Trilang reminds us that fashion, when done with the soul, becomes storytelling. And that's what I have realized here. When I'm sitting with her, I'm talking to her, I'm trying to understand where this whole concept of Start actually built up and how these sensory elements are helping me connect to her brand. And I'm definitely connected towards the colors that there are. So if this episode moved you, share it with someone who believes in craft, culture, and the conscious creation. Subscribe to the Collaborative Canvas podcast on Spotify and YouTube, and let these stories stay with you long after the episode ends. But until next time, keep creating with intentions, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.